Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
A man's in custody accused of murder in Beloit. Investigators tell us what led up to the deadly shooting. COVID has more people working from home. Local business owners share how that's impacted their bottom line. And a large Illinois teachers union says it's not ready to go back to the classroom. Educators in Chicago explain what measures need to be implemented to keep students and staff safe. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Eric is off tonight. An arrest is made after a morning shooting leaves one man dead in Beloit. Police say this man, 34-year-old Mario Tucker, is responsible. Just after 6, Tucker reportedly opened fire at a home on 10th Street near Portland Avenue. Investigators say the shooting came during an argument between Tucker and the victim. The 50-year-old man was found by officers. He was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. He has not been identified. Tucker was arrested just over an hour later near the Portland Avenue bridge. Police say he threw something into the river.
Sometimes you're successful in finding things in the river, sometimes you're not. So at this time we asked our fellow law enforcement agencies that have the equipment to help us out with that, and that's what they're doing. Hopefully we will be able to get that object out of the river and identify what it was, so therefore we can strengthen our case.
Today's murder marks Beloit's second this year. A Rockford man's arrested in connection with the Saturday night shooting that sent one person to the hospital. 24-year-old Shaquan Edwards is charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. Police say Edwards shot a 25-year-old man. The victim was found near the 3300 block of 8th Street Saturday night. The 25-year-old was taken to a local hospital in serious but stable condition. About 45 minutes later, RPD responded to another shooting near the 3300 block of 8th Street. That's just south of 20th Avenue. When officers arrived, they were told a 23-year-old man had taken himself to the hospital after being shot. Investigators found shell casings at the scene. The victim has non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not said if the shootings are connected. If you have any information, call Rockford Police or Crime Stoppers. The Illinois Department of Public Health says our region's rolling COVID positivity rate is 14.7%. That's the same as yesterday. In Winnebago County, 15.4% of people getting tested for coronavirus are positive. It was 15.3% yesterday. Boone is the same as Sunday's rate of nearly 19%. That's the highest in Region 1. Stevenson County increased more than half of a percentage point in the last 24 hours to 13.9. IDPH says there will be a free COVID-19 test site set up in Boone County Wednesday. That will be at North Boone Fire Protection District 3. That's on West Grove Street in Poplar Grove. The site will be open from 8 until 4. Anyone can be tested regardless of symptoms or immigration status. Tests are free, but if you do have health insurance, you're asked to bring your card with you. CVS says it's working urgently to hire thousands of employees to help administer COVID-19 vaccines. Shots can be given out once the Food and Drug Administration authorizes a candidate for distribution. Available jobs include pharmacists, nurses, and physician assistants. Vaccines made by Pfizer and Moderna have already been submitted for emergency use authorization. The FDA could approve those as soon as this week. Some small businesses rely on the weekday lunch rush as a source of revenue. But because of the pandemic, owners in downtown Rockford say there's been a significant drop in foot traffic. The owner of Wired Cafe tells Michelle Rave she's unsure if her business will make it through the winter.
Wired Cafe. On a typical weekday, Wired Cafe in downtown Rockford would be busy during the lunch rush. That's no longer the case, thanks to COVID-19.
We just don't have the traffic, so I don't know if we will make it this winter. I hate to say it.
This year, the cafe should have been celebrating 10 years in business, but owner Crystal Douglas says 2020 has given her no reason to celebrate.
A lot of the offices down here have closed, so we don't have the foot traffic. City Hall has got a skeleton crew over there, so we don't have that traffic.
Cutting staff, reducing hours, and providing carry-out for customers has not been enough.
This last payroll emptied my checking account. So right now I'm waiting, I'm hoping, really praying that the loans come through for the city and the big grant. I applied for those.
COVID and the lack of foot traffic has forced Carlisle Brewing Company to make some major cuts too.
We've gone from a lively gathering place to only doing outdoor seating and carry-out seating. So it's obviously dropped the sales considerably. But being downtown, a lot of our business stems from the BMO and the Coronado Theater and other events going on. And obviously with none of that going on, we're losing out on that business.
These business owners have one message for the community.
Just come in, get to go, get gift cards. We're going to be here at the end of this for you to use them.
Buy local. Your chains are going to survive. We're not.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
Belvedere will soon be able to give financial assistance to small businesses impacted by the health crisis. The city was awarded $350,000 through Illinois' Cures Act. The money will establish the Back to Business in Belvedere grant program. To receive funding, business owners need to apply. Grants can help pay for things like payroll, utilities, and rent.
We know that all of our businesses are challenged with everything that's gone on with COVID and with this new and stronger surge. We have small businesses that are hanging on by their fingernails. And we hope very much that they will take the time to see if they qualify for these grants.
The deadline to apply is December 15th. The Chicago Teachers Union files an injunction in an effort to stop plans to restart in-person learning. The unions demanded Chicago public school officials be forced to bargain over the reopening plans. According to CPS administrators, strict health measures have already been implemented. But representatives for the teachers say CPS hasn't kept its promises.
Our entire school community deserves the utmost safety protocols. Back in the summertime, they told us that they were going to hire 400 custodians. To date, they've only hired 100. We've been told that the 25,000 classrooms would have air filtration systems. As of today, that goal has not been met.
CPS says some students are scheduled to return to in-person learning January 11th. The Illinois State Fire Marshal warns people of fires caused by holiday decorations. Statistics show 40% of home decoration fires occur because items are placed too close to a heat source. About 33% of home fires are started by candles. Experts say candles should be extinguished before leaving home or going to bed. Decorations should be flame retardant, and worn-out light strands should be replaced. Residents are asked to give feedback on Illinois' transportation system. The Illinois Department of Transportation wants people to fill out the Illinois Traveler Opinion Survey. IDOT wants feedback on things like road conditions, ice and snow removal, commuting habits, and driving behaviors. The survey can be filled out online through the end of the month. A popular summer music festival in the state line announces plans for 2021. Rockton Lions Club says Bella Kane will open on the main stage for Granger Smith for Old Settlers Days. That's scheduled to happen June 17th. And the event, which is held in Rockton, was canceled, of course, last summer due to the COVID outbreak. The Lions Club says it will announce when tickets will be available. As we approach International Women's Month in March, Eyewitness News wants to recognize the contributions women have made right here in the state line. These women inspire, lead, and forge a path for others. They've helped shape public policy, made social progress, or enhanced the quality of life for their community. We need your help to find these remarkable women. Just head to our website, mystateline.com, then go to the Community tab to find the nomination form. We'll select 4 of the nominees. One has the chance to win the Nexstar 2021 Woman of the Year Award during a special ceremony in Chicago. Nominations can be submitted through December 20th. The head of the Illinois Republican Party steps down after more than 6 years on the job. Eyewitness News is keeping you connected to the nation's capital. Tim Schneider made the announcement over the weekend during a Republican State Central Committee meeting. His term was supposed to run through May 2022. He was elected to the post in 2014 under Governor Bruce Rauner. Prior to his time as GOP chairman, Schneider served as a Cook County commissioner. He'll stay in the position until a replacement's found. That could come as early as January. In consumer news, JCPenney has emerged from bankruptcy. The company says it's completed the steps necessary to exit from Chapter 11 bankruptcy reorganization. Mall owners Simon Property Group and Brookfield are buying the retail business. It will operate under the JCPenney name. Stores and distribution center locations will be owned by creditors. JCPenney employs an estimated 60,000 workers. The work week gets off to a mixed start on Wall Street. Tech companies saw some gains. Those helped the Nasdaq to its third straight record close. The Dow took a hit. Investors are still concerned about the short-term effects COVID-19 restrictions could have on the economy. At the bell, the Dow Jones lost 148 points. The Nasdaq picked up 55. Rockford area police need your help putting suspected criminals behind bars. Here's this week's Crime Stoppers report. Waverly Williams is 57 years old. He's 5'7", 140 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. Williams is wanted for burglary. 35-year-old Durrell Sanders is 5'11", 190 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. Sanders is wanted for aggravated battery. Mario Hernandez Diaz is 29 years old. He's 5'3", 170 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. He's wanted for possession of a controlled substance. 28-year-old Nathan Dorner is 5'11", 210 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes. Dorner is wanted for domestic battery. If you have information on any of these suspects, contact Crime Stoppers. You don't have to give your name, and you could be eligible for a cash reward. We had a cloudy day across the state line, but it was dry. The rain and snow stayed away for now. When we come back, Candice will have your first warn weather forecast.
Now, your first warn weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candice King.
Things are pretty quiet, but a little more on the cloudy side for us this evening. A live look with our Marshal Skytrack camera now up in Beloit, Wisconsin. We are going to continue to see the cloud cover here as we go through the remainder of this evening. Now, temperature-wise, despite some of the clouds, we were able to see some sunshine. So we warmed into the mid and upper 30s and even reaching 40 degrees here in Rockford. Those numbers really not cooling off much over the last couple of hours because of that cloud cover. We're still at 36 in Rockford, down to 28 though in Belvedere, 32 in Freeport, Monroe, 34 in Janesville, Rochelle, and also 34 degrees in DeKalb. Our wind is actually going to turn pretty calm as we go through the night tonight, so you don't have to worry too much about a wind chill as we go through the day tomorrow. Now, we're pretty well socked in that cloud cover. You see how those clouds extend all the way back out here, out over central and even extending into western Iowa. The hope was that out west we would actually see some clearing take place, but the fact that we haven't through the day today and into tonight leads me to believe that we'll actually end up with more cloud cover tomorrow than sunshine, because those clouds to our west were really slow to break apart. Now, the western edge of that cloud cover slowly drifting to the east, and as we go throughout the day, we should chip away at some of those clouds through the afternoon, but we'll keep it a mostly cloudy sky tomorrow. And you can actually tell where the cloud cover is by looking at the temperatures. Now, our numbers are cooling off, yes, but where we had some sunshine and that wind actually coming in from the northwest over the plains, temperatures today made it into the 50s and even the 60s. So quite warm out there. And despite some of those cloud cover and our winds coming in from the northwest these next couple of days in the jet stream, we're actually going to see our temperatures warm up. It's from a process known as down-sloping wind flow. You see, our jet stream is pushed well up to the north, but we've got winds coming down and sinking down from the high plains, and that sinking air is a process of warming. So we actually get some down-sloping wind flow that'll be warming our temperatures once we get into mostly Wednesday and Thursday. Now, I'm not talking about the 50s and the 60s. We won't get quite that warm because, after all, it'll be mid-December. But numbers will be up near 50 degrees. Now, records will likely be in check. We're not going to see any record warmth for us, but at least one day where that temperature should be able to squeeze out a 50-degree day. We've got some breaks in the cloud cover, but notice it does come back in as we go throughout the day tomorrow. So again, a mostly cloudy sky. And some of the cloud cover, if they're slow to really clear during the afternoon, might not clear until after sunset tomorrow. So we could hold on to the clouds throughout much of the day, but a little more sunshine as we go throughout the afternoon on Wednesday, again, as that jet stream is pushed well up to the north. Now, our skies are expected to stay dry here through the middle to early portion of the end of the week, but we've got another area of low pressure that'll develop down across the southwest. Now, right now, this looks to be mostly a rain maker once we get into Friday. So rain showers most likely increasing evening. By Friday afternoon, Friday evening, you've got snow up to the north, but the track of this will be key. We might get enough cold air to wrap in on the backside where we could see that mix in with, and maybe even change over to a few snow showers Saturday and Sunday. So 28 degrees for us tonight, mostly cloudy, light winds as we head through the overnight. 41 for tomorrow afternoon. Again, a few places may actually stay in the 30s. We're near 50 degrees once we head towards the Wednesday time frame. Cold front comes in. We get more of a northeasterly wind on Thursday, so down to 48, but still above average here until we get into the weekend. Winds will pick up, and you see maybe early next week those temperatures back into the 30s.
More December-like. All right, thanks, Candice. Scott's in next with sports. The hot seat keeps getting hotter for Matt Nagy. We'll hear what the Bears coach had to say about his job security today. And Aaron Rodgers' latest milestone has him thinking to the future about an even bigger milestone he could possibly reach.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
A 6-game losing streak by the Bears has the majority of fans calling for Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace to lose their jobs. The McCaskey family has never been quick to make changes, unlike many NFL owners. Matt Nagy was asked today if he believes he feels he has the support of management.
Yeah, I do. And I think that, again, just knowing the type of team and players and person that I am and that we are, and the building that we have with Ryan and with our players, you know, we totally understand where things are at and the frustration, understanding it.
Well, there's zero frustration in Green Bay, where the Packers' magic number for clinching the division is down to 2. Yesterday, Aaron Rodgers became only the 7th QB in NFL history to throw 400 touchdown passes in a career. So does he think he can one day reach 500 touchdown passes?
Yeah, like my man Kevin Garnett said one time, anything's possible. I think that would be sweet. I haven't necessarily identified that as a goal. I'm just living in the moment. Hopefully I'll, still be playing to have 500. But we'll see.
Well, Dean Lowry had one of the best games of the season for the Packers yesterday. He was in on 6 tackles. He was credited with a sack, and he had 2 quarterback hits. Another former Boylan Titan, Dan Arnold, had a big game yesterday for the Arizona Cardinals. Did you see this? He hauled in a 59-yard pass from Kyler Murray for an early touchdown. He added another touchdown catch late in the game. Arnold now has 20 receptions and 3 total touchdown catches this season. Right now in progress, the undefeated Steelers lead Washington 14-10 late in the third quarter. Only some of the TV markets in the nation are allowed to show this game. Rockford, unfortunately, is not one of them, and that's why it's not being carried on Fox 39. Fox 39 will carry the Cowboys-Ravens game tomorrow night, and tonight right here on WTVO, it's Monday Night Football, with the Bills-49ers game for you. The kickoff is at 7:15. Former White Sox slugger Dick Allen has passed away at the age of 78. Allen spent most of his 15-year MLB career with the Sox and the Phillies. He was the National League Rookie of the Year with the Phillies in 1964. His first season with the White Sox in 1972, he was named the American League's MVP. That season, Allen led the American League with 37 homers and 113 RBI.
First Warn Interactive Radar, brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. Will be pretty quiet here these next several days, although with the cloud cover we've got that, and that'll be sticking around here as we go through the night tonight. As far as our temperatures are concerned, we're in the 30s and we'll stay in the upper 20s here as we go through the overnight. Still dealing with some of that cloud cover as we head throughout the day tomorrow. High temperatures right around 41 degrees. We'll see some clearing take place later in the day. If we're able to get rid of some of the cloud cover earlier, then that number might be bumped up a couple more degrees. Should reach the 50-degree mark on Wednesday, upper 40s on Thursday. We stay dry. Rain does move in, though, as we head towards Friday. Should see mostly rain Friday into Saturday, but some of that could mix in with some snowflakes Saturday afternoon.
As long as we have snow for Christmas, Candice, put it on the list. Thanks for watching. See you at 10.